What's up, y'all? If you clicked on this video, that means that you are an actor or you're looking into getting started acting. So I'm going to give you guys 4 websites that you need to be on in order to find some legit paid acting gigs. So if that's something that you're interested in, then stick around and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, welcome back everybody. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video and welcome to my channel. My name is Venetia Shantae. I'm an actress, writer, director, artist, editor, in no particular order. When I first started acting, the biggest thing was trying to find acting gigs that were actually legit and actually paid, or if they didn't pay, offer some kind of benefit towards my acting career. And unfortunately, when I first got started, I got scammed out of like $800.
It's pretty embarrassing.
So I am going to give you guys this information so you don't experience the same crazy thing that I did, because it was kind of rough. Let's dive right into the 4 websites that you need to be on in order to find some good, legit, paying acting gigs. Disclaimer, because I don't want y'all coming back talking about, oh, she said this, she said this. These are just the sites that I have had experience with, and I have actually booked things through these websites, so that's how I know they are legit. The first website that I'm going to talk about that has a ton of good gigs that you can find, and by gigs I mean, like, you know, film projects. I don't know why I keep saying the word gigs, but yeah, film projects that you could find. And that's Facebook. Do not sleep on Facebook, y'all. I'm telling you. Well, I'm not just talking about Facebook where you're scrolling and people posting their lives. These are Facebook groups. So, you know, within Facebook, there are different groups you can go in and be a part of. So what you would do is you would go on Facebook and search wherever you are in the world, you know. But there are a ton of different Facebook groups you can go to where there are directors and casting directors and independent filmmakers and just different people who are doing projects where you can go in and they're posting casting calls for a lot of stuff. The trick is to find these groups that are in your area or in your region. And if they're not, you have to make sure that you're okay with driving 500 miles to be a part of something, even if they're not going to be, you know, paying for gas or whatnot. That's just your decision to make. But the best thing to do is just find the groups that are in your region that aren't too far and get on there and start searching. People are posting casting calls every single day. The next website that I have had experience with booking on and that I actually use is Casting Networks. On there they post a lot of commercial casting calls, print model casting calls, also music video. Now they're doing this thing since, you know, we're all like social distancing.
Social distancing? I can't talk for some reason.
But now that we are social distancing, they are making it to where you can film it at your own house. So they'll pay you to shoot maybe a promo video for a certain project or for a certain product. They'll pay you to do that at home. The only thing with that is you want to make sure you have a really good setup at home, like good lighting, a good nice backdrop, or good nice background, and they'll have all that stuff listed in the casting call. But those are just some of the different ones that they have in Casting Networks. I like Casting Networks because they're, like I said, it's a big variety of a bunch of stuff. It's not just film projects or just movies. It's commercials, it's print modeling, it's commercial modeling, it's doing stuff at your own house. They also have a lot of voiceover things. So if you like to act, or you know, you want to act but you're camera shy, doing voiceover acting is something you can look into. You either have the basic membership or you have the premium membership. And right now I'm paying for the basic membership. It's only $20 a month, which is a really good investment in my opinion, but I don't know your pocket. So if you know you can't afford that right now, I would say save up, you know, because like I said, it's a really good investment towards your acting career. The next website that I'm going to talk about is called mycastingfile.com. Now with this website, most of the projects are only in Louisiana or in like surrounding areas of Louisiana. And it only mostly posts casting calls for background work, feature background work, and stand-in work. Now, I don't know if they've updated their database. I haven't been on in a while because I haven't been in those areas, living in those areas lately. So I haven't really been on it. But I actually booked my first background job through my casting file. It was on Claws, and it was shot in Louisiana. It was so cool. I was so excited, y'all. It was crazy. And I also booked a feature background role through there, which I then got bumped up to be a stunt double, and that was in the film Antebellum, which was so cool. This site also has a basic plan. Well, it has a free plan, or you can pay for a subscription, which I always advise paying for the subscription because you are offered more and it will eventually pay for itself. But like I said,
I don't know your pocket, so whatever works for you, works for you.
if you are liking this information and I'm giving you some really good information, please make sure you subscribe or share this video with someone who is interested in starting acting and they don't know where to start, or just hit a like. It really helps the channel out. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm weird, y'all. Forgive me.
Alright, so the very last site that you need to be on if you want to get some legit paid acting gigs is Actors Access. This is by far my favorite site. I have booked so many gigs. Well, not so many. Well, yeah. I've booked a few times from this website. But what's really cool about this site is that when you see a casting call, you can see who the director is, who the producer is, who the casting director name is, like Tyler Perry, Oprah, Will Smith. And I actually got to audition for Serena Williams on that new movie that just came out not too long ago.
Obviously, I didn't get it, but
it was a pretty cool experience. And this site mostly has casting calls for movies and TV shows, which is really cool. Now for this site, I highly suggest you pay for the Actors Access Plus account. It's only $60 a year, and you save way more money for paying for the Plus account than having a free account. So there may be more legit casting call websites out there, but these are the only 4 that I know of that I use and I do have experience with. Here are just some tips that you need to keep in mind when you're submitting for these sites. Number 1, make sure you check the dates of when it's going to be filmed. First of all, make sure you check the deadline that you should submit and the deadline that they're taking auditions. That's very important because you don't want to submit to something and the deadline is already passed, because now they see like, oh, okay, well, she doesn't pay attention or she doesn't follow instructions. That's a red flag. Number 2, make sure you pay attention to the dates of their filming, what days they're filming on. If you're not available for those dates, don't submit. I know sometimes we get FOMO when we don't submit to certain things, but make sure that you are paying attention to the dates that they're going to be filming on. If you're not available for those dates, don't submit. All right, next, you should always make sure you check the locations of the casting call that you're submitting for. So if I know I'm not finna drive all the way to Miami for a project, which I've thought about several times, but I knew I was not finna drive all the way to Miami to be paid $150 a day. So just make sure that you check the locations before you submit to certain stuff, because sometimes, well, most of the time, they're not gonna pay for your gas. They're not gonna pay for you to get a hotel. This is the money that you're gonna have to spend in order to be a part of this project. Next is always follow the submission instructions. Now, I'm specifically talking about on Facebook because they don't really have a submission platform type thing. Like on Casting Networks, Actors Access, My Casting File, there is a process built into the website. Like you submit your name and all of that information is sent directly to them. But on Facebook, there's usually like a email that they want you to send certain information to. So always make sure you follow those instructions. I know with me, I cast stuff for my projects and I have everything written out of what information I need to be sent to my email, and people just don't follow instructions. And for that reason, I look over their emails, and a lot of these casting directors do too. When they ask you to email them certain information and you don't follow instructions, they're just gonna throw it out because they get tons of submissions every single day. And for the ones who don't follow instructions, it's just not worth your time to try to decipher through, you know, and look for the information that they need when all you have to do is just follow in the instructions and send the information that they ask for. So follow instructions. That's very important in this industry. Follow
Follow the instructions. All right.
And lastly, make sure that you look at the pay rate and that you're okay with the pay rate of the... My stomach just growled. I need to eat something. Make sure that you look at the pay rate and you're okay with the pay rate before you submit to the project. All of these projects will not be paying, sadly. Some people are independent filmmakers and they can't afford to pay the actors yet, but they will offer you things like IMDb credit or real footage for your reel, and also food. They'll feed you, and that makes me happy because
I like to eat.
But just make sure that you know what's being offered in exchange for your acting for the specific project, and that you're okay with it. So that is all the information I have for you guys today on the 4 websites that you need to be on if you want to find some legit paid acting gigs. Make sure you go to these websites and check out their Q&A page. And if you have any more questions, you can go look on there, or you can drop them in a comment. And if I can find the information for you or help you get an answer, I will. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you found any information that was helpful to you, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Leave a comment below if you have ever booked anything from any of these websites, or if you have a question, or if you just
Want to tell me you like my hair today? All of the comments, I love them so much.
Also, share this video with a friend who is an actor or who is looking to get into acting. And I will see you guys next time. All right, we're out.